here, I feel like I come to a second home and a second family.
Hi Christine, thanks for coming to talk with us today. Can you share with us how you discovered Catholic education?
Sure. After I had finished my master's in theology, my husband and I were looking for jobs, and I had originally planned to go into parish work or possibly to be a college campus minister, but there were job postings for Catholic high school jobs, and so that's how we got into Catholic education. I got a job at Marian Catholic High School up in the Cole region. I enjoy teaching the Catholic faith here at Delone because I'm able to bring aspects of the Catholic faith into everything that we do here in the school. Prayer in the classroom, introduction to different prayers and devotions, sharing pieces of Catholic culture and Catholic life, and that goes beyond the classroom and permeates the whole school culture. Having taught here for 10 years now, one of the things I appreciate most about Delone Catholic is the sense of community that we have here. Every day when I come here, I feel like I come to a second home and a second family. And I think many of our students share that experience.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sonny Sheppard Gym here in the campus of Delone Catholic High School. Tonight, DCBN brings you two PIAA District 3 basketball games. Game 1 is the PIAA District 3 M&T Bank 2A Boys Consolation Championship. The winner of this game secures their trip to the state championship tournament. The second game is a PIAA M&T Bank 4A girls semifinal. All these teams have already made it into the states, and the winner of this game will play Saturday for the district title at Hershey. The loser of this game will come back Friday night and play for third and fourth place. I'm Tony Weaver in the call tonight. With me in the first game will be George Nieder. Kathy Little will call the second game. The rest of the crew is Mike Knoll and on game cam, Eddie Zapata on court cam, Danny and Bill Smith doing what they do, producing and directing the whole shebang here. George, just game 1, let's talk about that. We got about 9 minutes to talk about the Greenwood Wildcats and their 14-10 record.
Well, Tony, on Friday night, both these teams, Delone Catholic and Greenwood, came up a bit short. They're playing for third place, and as you said, for a place in the state tournament. That's what's at stake here tonight. The winner goes on in the state playoffs. The loser goes home. Greenwood comes in at 14-10. Head coach Troy Gant. They were seated, I believe, 5th in District 3 AA, and they lost to Antietam last Friday night, 52-38. That's a very good Antietam basketball team, by the way.
Yeah, they lost. They beat Upper Dolphin 63-47 in their first round game, and Upper Dolphin had beat them twice during the regular season in the league that they're in, the Tri-Valley League. But they came back to beat them when it counted in the district playoffs, so they kept moving on, and then they ran into very tough number 1 seed Antietam. Antietam, of course, plays Saturday for the championship against the team that beat Delone here on Friday night, Lancaster Mennonite.
Tony, we're looking at the rosters, and we're not all that familiar with Greenwood, but they look like they have a roster of about 8 to 9 players tonight. Talking to the coach ahead of the game, before the game, he says he's 2 players down. But the leaders of this team, make no mistake, Tyler Sherman, 22, 6'5" junior. He's the gunner. He's the best player on the team. He scores, he rebounds, he does it all. And also he's complemented by Sam Myers, 6'2", another junior, number 3. They're the 2 leading scorers on this team, so we look to see a lot of action from them and the ball going through them quite a bit.
Talking to Coach Stahl before the game, he named the same exact player as you did, and he also named number 11, Cal Coker, as somebody to be reckoned with. Delone's going to be a little short tonight, too. Cam Keller is not going to play because of an injury suffered on that scrum Friday night with about 40 seconds left in the game.
And we saw that scrum down in front of us here, Tony. It was a lot of physical contact, a lot of bodies on the floor.
For both teams.
Both teams,
and
yes.
Actually, Asher Rudolph came out of there with a little banged-up ankle. He's not going to start, but he will play tonight. But Cam Keller's not even dressed. He's down there talking to the coaches right now. Tough break for Cam because you leave 10 points, 11 points on the bench now with that.
And Tony, I think you would agree with me. We see his game getting stronger and stronger as the season goes on. A sophomore that's really coming into his own. He won't be available tonight. Delone's going to have somebody else step up.
Yeah, the starters tonight for Delone, according to Coach Stahl, are going to be Colton Keller, Aiden Whitmer, Gage Zimmerman, Bryson Kopp, and then Noah Crawford will come in. And he said Asher Rudolph will get in, but we want to see how he does and warm up, and then let him sit for a while and see if that ankle tightens up at all.
Yeah, I'm watching him from up here, Tony. I'm in game condition.
Because Coach has been playing 7 or 8 players, and he's going to have to go one more deep now.
Tony, let's talk a little bit about Colton Keller. He didn't score last Friday night. You and I thought that it was necessary to get him involved in the scoring. I'm sure Coach talked about that a little bit, worked on it at practice. I think the offense is going to have to run through him tonight, especially with his brother Cam sitting down on the bench.
Yeah, the only thing he's worried about, Coach Stahl, was a little bit of pressing, pressure on Colton. You don't want him to press. He wants him to play his game.
Kind of let the game come to him.
I think the guy that really has to step up, I think Colton's going to play, but I think, we're going to have some scoring from Bryson Kopp. We're going to get 10 or 12 from him and let everything else take care of itself because, Gage Zimmerman's going to give you let's hope there's not a lot of fouls called because, like I said, Greenwood's too short, too. Now, we don't know how good the players are that they're missing. we know they got their top 2 scorers out there, but we don't know anything that much about the other guys.
Right. I agree with you, Bryson Kopp. I think he needs to have a good game tonight. And I look for Gage Zimmerman to be aggressive taking the ball to the hole. He's going to have to. Last Friday night, Tony, Delone played here, and they held the score down. I think Coach wanted to have a low-scoring game. I think it was like 17-15 at halftime. But Delone came out in the third quarter and just couldn't get the ball in the hole.
Yeah, that and Camden Hurst had 29 points, which, he was just a super player. And what can you say? The kid took over the game, made all his foul shots down the stretch, and just had a nice, I don't know if he hit a 3, but he had a nice 15-foot jumper. He got in the lane, just like you said. He could stop and pop it from anywhere, and he did. He
did, Tony. He broke our defense down. He got into the lane. He knows how to shoot the ball from 12, 15 feet, and he's a good passer. And very smooth, and he let the game really come to him. I was very impressed. One of the better ball players we saw this year on this court.
Yeah, they had 48 points, and he had 29 of them. So, but you know what? It was 17-15 at half, and what did he have at half? Like 5 or something. He really wasn't impressive till the third quarter came around. Then, with a little stretch, about a 4-minute run in the third quarter, he just took over and got him the 6-point lead that they never really gave up.
Right. Yeah.
So tonight, the Greenwood here in their blue and gold. Delone will be in their home white, and this could be it for the Squires if they can't win tonight. If they do win, they play next Saturday against the District 12 champion in AA. That's already decided where the third-place team goes, so we don't know where, but I'm sure it'll be near Philadelphia somewhere. They're going to have to travel.
Yeah, the winner of this game is going to travel, Tony. There's no doubt about that. I look for Noah Crawford to receive some strong playing time tonight. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, well, he's going to have to, because I think when Asher comes in, it'll be for Noah, and I think Aiden Belmere is going to get some time in the court too. Like I said, you have to losing Cam and then having Asher hurt expands that roster maybe further than you want it. But it has to be the next man up. Somebody's going to have to come in and play.
Yep, sure.
So we're getting ready here. There's 3 minutes left before the horn blows. Captain's meeting with the officials out there tonight, and that's another thing. How's this game going to be called? Because I thought they left an awful lot go in a boys' game Friday night.
It was a physical game, and one of the things we said, you have to realize how the game's being called, and you got to adjust to it. And that's one of the things about basketball. You got to adjust to how the game's being played.
Yeah, the only thing I thought the game got a little out of hand and got really rough, and it culminated in that
scrum.
That thing that happened out there where we looked out and there was a sea of bodies on the floor. Yeah. And to tell you the truth, I didn't really see Cam hit his head. I mean, that happened in the middle of the crowd there. And but I'll tell you, the 2 guys for Lancaster Mennonite, they sort of limped off the court too. They felt whatever was going on down there too. So, but there was no call except the technical on Colton Keller, and by that time the game was pretty much in Lancaster Mennonite's hands.
Well, as we said, the winner of this game goes on in the state tournament. The loser goes home. Both teams are aware of that. We're down to 155 before getting ready to start this game.
Yeah, everybody says, well, you go home, but you know what? That's a heck of a year for Delone coming back, and it's a heck of a year for Greenwood too, because like I said, they lost Upper Dolphin twice, and they come back and beat Upper Dolphin, when it counted. It's a heck of a year for the coach here, Coach Gant and his team.
Yeah,
then they made it this far. I mean, everybody, you lose your last game, you go home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way it is. You either win the state championship or you don't.
I think it's fair to say it's probably his biggest win of the season.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they only lost to Antietam, who's very, very good, very, very high rated, 52-38. So.
And they're going to play on Saturday, correct?
Yeah, the Antietam plays Lancaster Mennonite Saturday.
And that'll be a good one.
If the Lone Girls make it there, it'll be right before that game. So here we go. We're going to turn it over to Wayne Lawrence for the starting lineups and the national anthem. So we'll try to get him on the air here so you can hear it too.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Delone Catholic High School welcomes you to Sonny Sheppard Memorial Gymnasium for tonight's District 3 matchup between the Wildcats of Greenwood High School and your homestanding Delone Catholic Squires. Ladies and gentlemen, sudden cardiac the rest is the leading killer of student athletes in the U.S. each year. District 3 and the Peyton Walker Foundation have partnered to make SCA awareness a top priority again this year. The foundation provides free heart screenings for students and athletes in District 3 schools to detect undiagnosed heart conditions in an effort to save young lives. The Peyton Walker Foundation also donates automated external defibrillators, machines known as AEDs, to District 3 schools. In the event of a cardiac emergency, the nearest AED machine is located in the school lobby. Thank you. Delone Catholic is emphasizing good sportsmanship from its coaches, players, and fans. This contest is being played for the benefit of the student athletes of these schools. No handheld signs and or banners or noisemakers are permitted. All spectators are asked to remain seated during play and to wait for a stoppage of play to exit the gymnasium. Any spectator, by their actions or behavior, interfering with this contest will be removed from the gymnasium. All right, let's meet the non-starters first. First for the Wildcats of Greenwood. Number 4, Bennett Britzer. Number 12, Luke Taylor. Number 15, Lawrence Tusek. And number 25, Lincoln Baldwin. Now let's meet the non-starters for the Delone Catholic. Number 0, Matt Grenchen. Number 2, J.D. Sid. Number 4, Chase Huffman. Number 11, Asher Rudolph. Number 12, Cam Keller. Number 20, Brady Edinburgh. Number 21, Brandon Smith. Number 22, Ryan Moore. Number 24, Jack Godin. Number 33, Aiden Milner. And number 43, Adam Ernst. Now let's meet the starting five for the Wildcats, coached by Troy Davis.